We should try to get a haircut before he leaves. Let's get it. Fuck it. My boy. Got time for a cut?
It's always time.
Let's get it.
Steph, appreciate you, man.
All right, my boy. Love.
It's only $1,000. You got this, though.
Facts.
Sunlight. Spending that on a bottle. It lasts you 30 seconds. This cup will last you about a week.
I don't drink liquor. Billionaire Barber, bro. Pleasure,
Yes,
my boy.
Sir.
Appreciate you, IG.
My man.
Love always. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Steph Untouched here, back at the Untouched podcast. Today I have a very special guest of mine. Honestly, he's probably one of the biggest barbers in the world. He's cut the celebrity clients like John Summit, iShowSpeed, Jason Derulo, and he's a very, very humble guy, and he's gonna drop some gems. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know who we should do next. But for now, just enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, my boy?
My dog. Nice.
Who am I here with today?
Billionaire Barber, baby.
Let us know why the name Billionaire Barber.
My
It's a
brother.
good place to start.
My brother. This was during the pandemic, man. Fucking. I'm over here thinking of a cool name, and first I thought about millionaire, and I'm like, didn't sound too good, you know. So
Yeah.
then you know, I said the word billionaire, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm big on manifestation.
Of course.
So
the B's is a big number. You could have did Millionaire Barber, but you chose Billionaire Barber.
Billionaire Barber. It had a sweet little tone to it, and at
Double B's.
And at the same time, it was like, you know what, dog? We live in an era right now where millions, it ain't nothing no more. Like the billionaire is the new millionaire. You feel me? So
that's facts.
So I just chose Billionaire Barber.
Fire. Okay. How long have you been cutting hair?
Roughly like 16, 15 years already, man.
16, 15. It's a long time. Why cutting hair and not anything else? What chose you? What pathway was set for you to go that route and not the other route?
Which route?
Another route, whether it's, it could have been getting a 9-to-5 job. It could have been trying to make music. It could have been, doing anything.
You know what, man?
In the streets, hustling.
So my best friend is my stepdad, man. He's a 70-something-year-old man, and we'd be having these crazy ass conversations, bro. And he's always been telling me, he's like, don't you think it's weird that you know how to cut hair? And he's always like preached on some like that, we that have like certain gifts, like we've had another life.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, but you had another life. So you're saying, in what aspect though?
Because he was like, how do you just pick up a clip and just, why did you gravitate to that? It could have been anything else. Why did you gravitate to that? Because I've been liking, this whole barber shit since 5 years old, bro.
Wow.
Kids like candy stores. I like the barbershop at 5.
That's crazy. Okay.
You know?
So it was in you from the moment you grew up.
I guess I was a barber in my past life.
Did you do anything else?
You know what's crazy too?
What's up?
Now that we're talking about this, my dad, my biological dad, he had a lot of like gold chains and shit, and he had this little pendant.
Mm-hmm.
It was a scissor and a comb, and no one in my family
Scissor and a comb.
was ever a hairdresser or a barber or anything.
A scissor and a comb pendant?
Correct.
That's interesting. Okay, I'm listening. That's a good pendant. Scissor and a comb.
Correct.
As a chain.
So he had that. Like I said, no one was a barber, no one was a hairstylist. It just made no sense why he had that, but he had that, and now I have it.
And you're keeping it.
I have it there in my little safe.
Are you gonna pass it down to, you think, your kids?
Of course.
What if your kid wants to get in something else?
Then they could bury me with it.
I like that. Okay, so getting into like the business today and stuff. A lot of people don't know this, but Billionaire Barber, before he had his shop, he was mobile, And by mobile, I mean is he would come to your crib, you'd come down, and he has literally a mobile barbershop. What made you want to start that rather than the traditional route, which is just, maybe cut hair, open up the shop, then maybe get a sprinter and then start? You kind of reversed it. You went mobile before you were super stationary with your own thing, rather than being stationary and then going mobile. Like before Pizza Hut delivers pizzas, they need a Pizza Hut. You was already giving out the pizzas, then you opened up the store, you know what I mean? So why that route, basically?
All right, so I was working at a barbershop. I was working at a barbershop. I did have my little clientele base. I was cutting my few little celebrities here and there. But pandemic came through, They shut down the barbershops.
Shut down everything.
So you had two options. You either be that guy, stay home, and collect unemployment, or you pivot. You feel me?
Yeah, 100%.
And you start that $1 million idea.
You get creative.
You get creative with it.
Okay.
And I chose that route, man. I had this idea, this mobile idea, like 13 years, 13 years ago. Didn't make sense to me back then. But when they shut down everything, it made all the sense in the world, man.
I agree. You've been cutting me for maybe 2-3 years now, and
yep.
I haven't been to a barbershop in a few years, and honestly, that relief of just having to sit and wait, it's I can't lie, there's nothing like it. Knowing that all I have to do is come downstairs.
Correct. So you're willing to pay for commodity?
100%. And convenience. And time. Because a lot of people don't understand that time is literally money.
Of course.
And the hours that I would have spent at your shop, 100%, I put that into something else for sure.
Of course.
So people have to understand that, though, is like he's providing a service that comes directly to your door. So just because you don't understand that fee in your head, you have to understand that me as a client and other people that are his clients respect his time. So it's not like, because a lot of people will be like, oh, but why are you paying this and that and that? Because they don't value their time the same way we do. And that's all it is. You just got to value your time higher. And once you value your time higher, you'll understand why more successful people will come out of pocket to save time,
Of course.
It's a learning curve is how I look at it.
Yeah.
So now fast forward, you start the truck. That was 2019 or 2020?
2020.
2020, okay. And you got another truck. Tell us about how that kind of started. And also I want to know, like, what made you want to put another truck out there, and you're not the one driving that truck, so you're also putting your name, kind of like you're co-signing somebody. So how did that unfold?
So, I started the whole truck shit, man, and it got really busy for me, man. It got really, really busy. I couldn't just spread myself everywhere. So, because of that, the demand, I decided to pull out the next truck, and I'm like, you know what? I need to have another barber on the team, and thank God, God sent me the right one. At least I thought it was the right one
at the time, of course.
At the time, but God knows what He does, man. He sent me the guy, and thank God everything went well.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking, he did his thing, very respectful and all this shit. But some people get weird.
Yeah, it happens. It's a part of business.
Shit happens, but I guess it has to happen because I'm still a student to the game,
100%. We're all learning.
I'm always learning.
We're always learning.
It's not a loss, it's a lesson.
I agree 100%. If you turn 2 L's and you put them like 45 degrees, you get
it turns into a W.
So sometimes it might take a couple L's to get that W.
Facts.
100%. So you're a family man. I respect it. Tell us a little bit about that. What's the core foundation of why you are where you are? Because you always tell me, so I want you to tell it to the camera.
Look, man, first of all, my core foundation, everything changed for me when I accepted God in my life.
That's big, yeah. I agree.
All right?
Yeah.
That's when everything...
Y'all heard that.
That's when everything changed for me. Like 1,000%.
When you introduce God fully into your life.
Fully.
Big difference between fully and He's there.
But it took my wife to get me to that.
Okay, so
a good woman next to you.
So your woman brought you closer to God.
Correct.
1,000%. And once God was introduced fully into your life, you saw changes immediately.
Immediately.
Okay.
Immediately.
And changes from what exactly? Is it just maybe bad habits, old ways?
Everything, you know, just financially, spiritually, just everything, man. Everything changes, my brother. Everything changes.
That's fire.
Everything.
Okay. And you know, we gotta give them a little something. So like around, these days, what's Billionaire Barber making, pulling in? You don't have to tell us exactly, but there's probably inspiring barbers that's gonna watch this, other people that are entrepreneurs that are gonna watch this. You gotta tell them like the success story. So 2020, what were you doing before the truck? And then fast forward now, what are we doing now,
Look, before the truck, I was making...
This is before COVID, guys, right? Before COVID.
Right before COVID. I hit a brick wall. I could not pass 1,500 to 1,800. I couldn't pass that a week.
A week, okay.
A week. I couldn't pass that a week. And I've seen...
That's like $6K a month almost, around there, all right?
Correct. And now I'm hitting easily 30 to 40K a month.
Sheesh.
And that's just cutting hair.
That's just cutting hair. That doesn't have to do any other businesses, nothing.
Nothing else.
Y'all heard that. 1,500 a week to 30K a month. Maybe. There's other things out there that could be dropping in 5, 10. I'm proud of you, bro. That's what's up.
Appreciate that, man.
A lot of times too is I feel like once we start a hustle, we don't understand that it's not gonna always come as soon as you want it.
No.
You have to stay persistent, We can't give up on the journey if the whole point of the journey was to be a part of it. If you get to that destination that you were trying to get to as quick as you wanted to, you wouldn't learn all the lessons along that journey, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Like, look what you had to go through to finally get your story, Go ahead, what's up?
I told you I've been cutting hair for 16 years. All right?
16 years. More than half my life.
So
there you go.
It took me like 15, 14 years to get to where I'm at. This shit
it's not as overnight success.
Like there's a lot of people that think, oh, Billionaire just came out of nowhere, but nah, I've been putting in this grind for years.
For over a decade.
For years. You feel me? But this is where everything just changes. People know me because I built a brand.
100%. You're right. That's true. You got to.
That's the power of branding.
Branding is very important.
All right, and that's what I want. Not just barbers, but everyone to know about this. Like everyone's so worried about the product, and and whatever worry about your brand.
I agree.
Build your brand, and you will sell anything you want.
Yeah, you're right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Have people fall in love with the brand.
Yep. The bigger the brand, the bigger like the impact, I feel.
Everything.
Because even with my business, when I was just managing people as Steph, I hit a wall too. And I'm like, people don't want to work with me no more. They want to work with something I created. You know what I mean? So now people come up to me. They're not like, oh, yo, how is Steph? They're like, how's Untouched? Because the brand speaks louder than myself, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's like in a negative way. Like obviously they still care, but they just represent me so much to my brand because I've made me one with it. You know what I mean? Facts. I feel like that's a very valid point.
I don't. When I talk about you, I don't say Steph Too Trill or Steph. I say Untouched.
Yeah.
And they know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. And then when I say you, I don't say Jose, I say Billionaire Barber. So he's right. Building a brand will 100% shape you way better than just trying to do individual things. Because we live in a world too where like people will support a brand more than you. You know what I mean? Like there's been plenty of times where like someone will be like, yo, where'd you get that? And if I tell them like, yo, my boy sells it, like, okay. But if I'm like, yo, it's this brand, like, oh, what brand?
Fire.
Oh, shit. All right, cool. So people will support a brand way more than they'll support an individual. You know what I mean? So just like Elon Musk, you had to support Tesla, then Elon. You didn't know who Elon was. You knew who Tesla was.
That's wild, though.
It's just the truth. You knew Tesla, then you figured out, oh, shit, Elon made Tesla. Same with Amazon. You knew Amazon before you knew Jeff Bezos.
Correct.
So brand first, then you work on your individual self, and then I feel like that's how you slowly progress.
Big facts.
I want to get into health a little bit.
Oof.
We've been he's been in the gym, super active. I've been in the gym a lot active too. But the biggest change for me, and I'll tell them, is like being in the gym more has like gave me a more clear mind of accomplishing other goals, you know? Like I went to the gym this week. It made me want to go harder because I knew Thanksgiving was coming up. But reverse 2-3 years ago, I would not go to the gym and I wouldn't be able to have the motivation to even want to do anything. It's like now that every time I work out, I'm like, okay, I'm working towards something, a new goal, a new weight. Maybe I'm like, I'm going to Bahamas next month. I want to get in shape to do something. So now I'm using fitness as like a stepping stool to do other things I want to do. It's like a reward system. You're not going to get here, or I'm not going to put Steph there if he doesn't earn it, rather than just giving myself rewards without earning it.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So for you, what do you think health is? What made you want to become healthy? I guess we could start there.
Bro, I'm glad you're even touching this topic right now, dude. I think it's a very, very important.
Very important topic.
You know, because everyone's worried about, you know, money.
Yeah. Clout.
You feel me?
Girls. Yeah.
They're worried about everything else but their health.
You know what's crazy? Nothing in the world matters.
Nothing.
Once your health starts.
Nothing matters. I mean, what's this dude's name? Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
He was willing to give everything up, bro.
Yeah.
Just to regain his health back.
Just to regain his health back.
You feel like that's everything right there, you know?
Yeah, that is.
So, you know, to make this long story short, bro, I was building this brand. I was making great money. Everything was just fucking going up for me. I was busy as shit, eating late nights. Money was good. Let's go out to eat. Everything was great, and I was just gaining weight the whole time.
Wow.
Just gaining and gaining and gaining.
This is like after COVID and
Correct.
started rolling.
Correct.
So everything else was going good, but you forgot to put something else.
My health. I just kept on saying excuses, you know, about going to the gym and all this shit because I'm just so busy at work.
Yeah.
You know?
That was like your coping mechanism.
Correct.
I'm busy working.
Correct.
That's why I'm not in the gym, because I'm grinding.
Correct.
Okay.
And if I'm not grinding, I'm too tired.
You're too tired. Okay, so what was the wake-up call?
Bro, my wake-up call, bro, and I'm not like ashamed of speaking about this, because I know there's a lot of dudes that fucking are going through this right now. It was lack of testosterone. That was my main reason why.
Call. And
you know,
who told you? And the doctor told you that, or
I'm a married man. You feel me? I've been married for 9 years, and for the past 3 years, you know, get intimate with my wife, but my performance wasn't the same. You feel me? You know, I'll get erected. You feel me? And literally, you know, after 4 pumps, pop, 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 fucking, I'm dying out, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? But I kept on blaming. You know what? Maybe it's just stress. Maybe it's just I'm just so fucking tired. That was always my excuse for 3 years.
Wow. So this was an ongoing problem.
And thankfully, yo, shout out to my wife, man. She's been a trooper, dog. She's just, you know, being patient with me and all this shit, because she
believing in the process.
Believing in the process, but at the same time, you know, she'll be like, you know what, dog? Like, maybe he is a little stressed out. He is busy. You feel me? Like, you know,
she was understanding.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But one day she was like, yo, babe, like this is a problem. Like, I think you should go get checked out.
Yeah.
You know, and me as a Hispanic man, you know, like, we don't go to doctors.
Yeah, nah.
You feel me?
I feel you.
we really don't go to doctors,
people
man.
Don't go. Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what, babe? You know, inside my head, I'm like, you know what, dog? Like, she's been a trooper, dog. This is the least I could do for her.
Yeah, 100%.
Is actually go get checked out and shit. So I went to my regular doctor, and then I did my blood work. My doctor was like, oh, bro, you're strong as a horse. And in my mind, I'm like, damn, man, I don't feel like that, bro. I feel like a pony, if anything. You feel me? I don't feel like no horse. So whatever, I went back to the crib, and I'm like, babe, the doctor says I'm good. And she was like, well, damn, babe, well then I guess you know, I think you got to start working out then, you know. Like, she was like, I'm not calling you fat, which I was fat as fuck, but she was like, I'm not trying to call you fat, but maybe you need to start, you know, working out and get your blood flowing and shit, you know, maybe that'll help you.
Yeah, your blood flow, yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, babe, you're right. But before I do that, let me take the little honey pack. You feel me?
What
but when I saw myself popping these honey packs and Viagra's and shit, you know, in my mind, I'm like, damn, I'm 33 years old, bro. I cannot live like this for the rest of my life.
That's wild.
Like, this can't be it.
Yeah, this can't be it for sure. You got a long way to go.
You feel me?
Wow.
So whatever. I started hitting the gym a little bit. You know, it worked. You know, instead of 4 pumps, it'll be 10 pumps. You feel me? And then I'll die down. But you know what? It kind of worked a little bit. And then one day, I met this new client. His name is Dr. D. He owns Biohacks. And one day he was just on his phone, you know, just talking about testosterone. And I'm like, damn, dog. So I'm like, fuck it. I told him, you know, what's going on with me and shit. And then he was like, bro, this is easy, man. He's like, I know for a fact your testosterone level is at a 70-year-old man level. And I'm like, damn, that's exactly how I feel. He's like, bro, I know. He's like, you're 33 years old. You're overweight. You don't work out. The food that we eat, the water that you shower with, everything around us kills your testosterone. I know for a fact.
Yeah.
So whatever. So I asked him, I'm like, okay, can you get me right? He's like, bro, I could get you right and I'll make you look good, bro, at the same time. That'll be your cherry on top. In my mind, I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck how I look, bro. I just want my dick to work, bro. You feel me? Like, you telling me, you feel me? But when he told me that price, I was like, damn.
Everything.
But at that point, it's like, nothing matters if your health ain't on point, my brother.
100%. I agree. Whatever the price tag is, you gotta pay
like,
sometimes.
Like what he charges me, like there's dudes that pop that in the club in one night, and this is something that's for my life. For your life. Yeah. When you put it in perspective on other things we spend money on, it's never more important. When you put it in comparison, correct. I agree 100%. So I told myself, Jose, you don't go to the club, you don't pop bottles, you don't do anything, my brother. Like, you deserve this. Yeah, this is for you. Correct. Not for others. Correct. The biggest investment you can make is on yourself. 1000%. So I did it, my brother, and now I'm totally obsessed, my brother. Like, this is my life. You back in action? No more ponies? No more ponies, man. Fire. I love that. I'm that Budweiser horse. You feel me? Them big ass horses. What health can do, bro. It's the best, my brother. It's the best, man. I'm so obsessed with this, man. So, moral of the story is you got back into your health for the simple fact that you weren't performing the same way in the bed as you once did before. Correct. Fire. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my G. Shout out to you, though, to being man enough to, one, come on here and talk about it, but two, taking the accountability and pressure to put on yourself to become that. Because it doesn't just happen overnight, you know? Like, you had to constantly wake up and say, you know what? Today I'm choosing to better myself. Oh, yeah. Then the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And too many times, people, I feel like, you have to understand that when you're coming from a place that you weren't before, there's going to be new challenges. Like, that's what life's about. If you have to embrace the new challenges. It's supposed to not feel good. It's supposed to feel unfamiliar, you know? Correct. You're stepping into a territory that you've never been before, you know? So I just want people to get from what you said about the health thing is like, don't be scared to try something new without trying it. As simple as that. Because there's a lot of people that don't even try to do something new. It's one thing if you try it, hey, it's not really my speed, I don't like it, cool. But just try it. You know, I read something once and it's been sticking with me. When's the last time you tried something for the first time? It's a deep one. When's the last time you tried something for the first time, bro? We wake up, we text the same people, we eat the same shit, we go to work if we need to work, we might go out if we go out. That's nothing new. Correct. You know, grab a new book, maybe learn a new language, learn a new fucking e-com production, do whatever you want, but try something new, bro. Facts. That's the biggest lesson that I wanted to tell people too, is like, when's the last time you tried something for the first time, you know? And think on it, and then once you really think on it, you're gonna sit there and reflect and be like, damn, I need to try something new, you know what I mean? I like that. Yeah. Yo, it's funny you said that, because I learned a new little quote today that kind of hit me hard too, you know? Which I'm doing it, but I feel like there's other people that needs to hear this. Of course. And it was, don't let your dreams stay dreams. Yeah. It's an easy one, but yeah, simple and effective. I agree. So fire. Yeah, don't let your dreams stay dreams. So fire to me when I read that shit. I'm like, damn, dog, because there's a lot of people that are dreaming out here, man, but they're afraid to take that step, dog. Now that we just going quote for quote, last one that I'm gonna say for right now is,
My boy, he's in the NFL. I feel like you probably met him before. He plays for the Steelers. Shout out my boy Olu. So basically, he posted on Instagram that said, "We're all ships, but only some of us get to sail. Some of us are afraid to sail," something like that. And I replied and I said, "We as humans are all ships, right? We're all ships at docks.
Okay.
So we're docked up. The only people that get to see the world are the ones that set sail.
Correct.
And depending on how far you sail out is depending on how much of the world you will see. We're all ships. Some of us never go to sail, bro. Unfortunately, some of us stay docked our whole lives. Then you have some people that, they go around maybe one of the oceans. You got a couple people that travel to the Pacific, the Arctic, and the more you sail, the more you get to see. And
of course,
I think that was like, I've been talking about ships and boats my whole life, but I never looked at it as like an analogy like that, bro. We're really just ships. Me doing this podcast is sailing a little further into the water. I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I know if I stay docked, I'll never know. You know what I'm saying? You deciding to be a mobile, you didn't know where it was gonna take you, but you decided to sail and see where it did, One
thing, really quick. The day I started this mobile business, I just bought a house. It was an old lady with makeup. It was an old lady with makeup, basically. Okay, so it was a beautiful house, but underneath
it was the house. You're referring to the house.
Correct.
Like,
correct. The house is an old lady with makeup on, my brother. So I bought the house. I just wanted to change a couple things and move in. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then I told myself, later on I'll switch it up and shit. Let me rack up. Because this was before the van.
Yeah, of course.
So I wasn't making that crazy money, and so I decided to change one little thing, and my dad was like, "Oh, damn, if that shit's like that, then over there it has to be like that." So I broke down. He's like, "Damn, if this is like this, then that has to be like this." So we broke it down. Damn, dog, if this like this, then that has to be like that. A week later, I was left without a house.
Why? Because you broke down everything in it?
I had to, because everything had an effect to it. You feel me?
Okay. It was like if I did one, I had to do two.
No. My dad was like, if there's a problem here, then over here, I'm pretty sure that has that problem. And then we go check. Wow. And then my dad was like, damn, if this is like this, then over there it has to be like that too. And it was right. So little by little, I'm left without a crib, son.
What'd you do?
I had to fucking fix everything up. Spend money that I wasn't expecting to spend.
Nah, I get what you're saying.
You feel me?
Wow.
So
bought
then,
an old lady with makeup.
So that money went into that. I was left with, no lie, probably like 15, 20 grand left in my savings, and this is
peak COVID.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
So just bought a house. I have a family with kids. I have car notes. I have insurance. I have the whole shebang.
I know.
Okay, with a $1,800 a week salary. Okay, and all my savings just went into that house. I just left with a tiny bit, and then COVID hits. Boom. God knows where life is gonna take us from here now.
Yeah. No one knew.
Correct.
No one.
Then I decided to do the truck. And my wife was like, babe, are you sure about this? Because this is like, all we have is this.
All in.
Correct.
Wow.
So my point is, as long as you believe in yourself and believe in that dream, just take that leap. Because you never know where it's going to take you.
That's a fact.
And thank God it took me far.
Yeah. But you believed in yourself.
I still believe in myself, man. Anything. The craziest thing, just...
That's all you need. If you have yourself, you don't need no one else in this world. You're born alone and you die alone, And it's up to you to become somebody that can stand on their own as well, I feel like too many of us, not referring to me or you, but just people in general, is just, we always looking for a helping hand, And sometimes the helping hands that we need are right here. It's crazy, but it's true, like, we got our own self, bro, and it's like, if you just take a little bit of time to like focus on yourself and not other people, all the energy you give to the world, if you just gave some of that to yourself on what you wanted to do and what you wanted to accomplish, you'd be able to accomplish them, We give fucking the Instagram app 6 hours of our day, but we don't give your own self 6 hours of your day. So it really just comes down to wanting to be better. And then once you want to be better, you have to apply the knowledge. People be like, oh, I post books, like, oh, I read that book. And then in my head, I'm like, but you don't apply that book to your life because I know how you live. So if you read it and you have the knowledge it's nothing if you don't apply it to your actual life. What are you reading for? You know?
Just reading words.
Just reading words, yeah. So what, you read it? You don't follow none of the steps the book does, or you wouldn't be the way you are. So people read these books, but they never apply the knowledge that they learn. If you grab something, whether it's a book, whether it's a class, whether it's me as your friend, we giving out gems to each other, you, by just being older than me and me being younger, I'm already gonna have the mindset that he may have more knowledge than me just because he's been on earth longer than me. So I'm gonna take your word way higher than somebody else that I know isn't in the position you're in. Because one thing is, why would you take knowledge from somebody that you would never want to, one, trade places with, or at least two, hasn't amount to anything? You know? So it's like, but people, you know, people listen to their moms, their dads, and no offense, like, for the majority of people, you don't want to be how your mom or dad was, you know, unless your mom was well off and your dad was well off. So clearly they're not going to be agreeing to everything you want to do because they lived a certain way and you're trying to live a certain way.
Of course.
So you can't let your parents or your brothers or your sisters or your best friends dictate where your life's going to go, because unless, like I said, you will trade places with them, then you probably should just keep their word for their word. You know what I mean?
Facts. So I just, one little thing, like how you said, everyone's looking for handouts, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you just got to believe in yourself. You believe in yourself so much that it'll make them a believer.
100%.
And that's where your handout comes in, without even having to ask.
Facts.
You just got to go hard until they become a believer.
Yeah, and then they want part of the dream.
Is that simple?
That is true. You're right.
We all get handouts, but you got to make them a believer first.
Yeah, you got to earn your handout, but you're earning it by just doing something yourself.
Just believe in yourself first.
I agree. I want to ask you a couple things real quick. What's the best, not best, because we won't put you on the spot like that. What's one of your favorite haircuts as a celebrity that, you know, you had to cut?
One of my favorites?
Yeah. A memorable moment from a celebrity that you gave a haircut.
Oh, man.
Guys, this guy's cut many celebs, by the way. You know, just letting them know.
Bro,
that.
there's so many, man, but...
Giannis.
But...
Speed.
Yeah, Speed was last week. That shit was crazy, man. It just happens. It just happens automatically, bro. I don't even try anymore. Thank God, bro.
Which one's the funniest or most memorable? You gotta have one that was funny that you remember, that you want to tell the people.
You know, it's not even like the funniest, bro. It's just,
or in-depth conversation. Which one meant a lot to you?
To me, the most meaningful one.
Yeah.
It will always be Jason Derulo, bro.
Jason Derulo.
My Haitian brother, Jason Derulo.
Sakafet.
That's,
okay.
To me, but because he was the one that just showed me that light of this is what I wanted to do. That I didn't want to be a regular barbershop barber. You feel me? He was that guy. He was that guy that first house call, that first $100 bill, that same night he was celebrating his birthday. He was like, "Yo, come party with me." Took me to the Hard Rock. You feel me? Gave me the whole experience, my brother. And I'm like, damn, bro, this is it.
Wow. That's
like
fire.
he changed my whole mindset that day. That was one time. And then years later, he went to go perform at the Miami Heat Arena. It was a Prince Royce concert. He went to go perform with him, and he wanted me to cut his hair, but he wanted me to go with him and cut his hair at the arena.
Wow.
You feel me? So he gave me that experience as well. And I'll never forget, bro. I'm over here, I'm behind the arena. I'm walking with him, and I'm like, damn, Jay, this is crazy. And he just looks at me. He's like, it's too easy. And that right there was just so deep for me, my brother. When he looked at me and said, it's too easy.
Damn.
You feel me? So, shout out Jason Derulo for real.
JD,
like,
shout out to him.
Fire.
He came to Ibiza too. Yeah,
Did he?
Yeah, he came to Ibiza. He was partying. Cool
I love
guy.
that kid, man. He's super dope, bro. He's a dope ass dude, bro. I fuck with him. Him and his family, his brothers, everybody, bro.
So, bro, we start the business. You crush it. You start your health shit. You're crushing it. What's the future looking like for Billionaire Barber? What do you see yourself in the next few years?
Fuck few years, man. This is right now.
What do you see yourself? All right, tell it to us.
So right now I'm doing two things. I'm building a course for barbers that want to level up and be like me, or better than me. Okay, and my second one is, my whole health transformation. I'm actually like selling that as well.
Yeah, why not?
I partnered up with my trainer, with my with my doctor, with a sports science facility, and I'm just bundling all that together and providing everything that I'm doing for you guys as well, you know, at one
So
price.
you're giving back. That's fire. You're not keeping like what helped you change.
No.
You're giving it out.
Correct.
A lot of people wouldn't do that, by the way.
And with that, it comes with, you know, with my mentorship. It comes with my one-on-one. You know, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I care about you. I'm gonna push you. You know, I'm there to answer the phone call when you need me, to ask whatever it is. You know,
and this is like this is a 15, 16 year worth of experience phone call.
Correct.
It's not light. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Come with a lot of knowledge behind that. That's fire.
Correct. So
what's up, bro.
That's my next step right now, man.
And then the shop. How's the shop so far?
Oh,
I saw you opened up.
The shop's great, man. You know, just it's a building process, you know, so it's good, man. Can't complain, bro.
This is just like one store you're opening, right? You plan to Billionaire Barber the whole
yeah.
world.
I'm coming in to Design District next.
That's fire.
I'm
working.
Yeah, we cooking up right now.
All right, I love that, bro. I mean, you have any questions for me that you want to ask?
I mean, my brother, you to me, you're the coolest kid I know, bro. You feel me? You're an old soul, bro, in a young body, dog. Like, it's crazy.
Appreciate that.
You feel me? I really vibe with you. I don't vibe too many with, you know, with young cats or just dudes from Miami, dude. Like, it's just all over the place. But you got a good head on your shoulders, my brother. You know. So as far as questions, my brother, So I see you got the Untouched going, man. You're killing it right now. You know, I see you got the podcast going, but I'm just curious, what's next? What's next after this podcast?
After the podcast?
You planning on settling down?
With the what?
With a wifey?
With a wifey? You know what? That's a great Question. That's actually one of the most talked about questions in my life right now. I just did family Thanksgiving. They're like, another Thanksgiving. My mom literally called me last night and was like, baby, like, you know, you're getting a little older. Like, are you going to settle down? What's your plans? And honestly, bro, my true, like, this is, if the camera wasn't here, I would still say it to you just like this, is like, right now, I'm at a point in my life where a woman would help me more than not having one is helping me. So basically what I'm getting at is, if there was a woman in my life, I would be a better man, just for the simple fact that everything that distracts a man from not growing his business, going to the gym, are other girls. Mm-hmm. So having that in my life would benefit me. But the problem is now that I'm like healed, matured, I'm so knowledgeable, I know what I don't want anymore. And all the things that I thought I wanted in a woman weren't women. They were girls, you know? Mm-hmm. I wanted the girl that wanted to get fucked up with me at 3 a.m. I wanted the girl that maybe, you know, we go on a crazy trip and she lets me sleep. And I thought that was love, you know, because that's all I ever grew, you know? My mom's a single mother, so I never saw like a dad figure love her. It wasn't until I got older and I learned, like, that's not how women should act. You know what I mean? If you're with the girl, you both should be growing together, not her falling apart, you falling apart, y'all fall apart together, you know? So I'm just at a point now where, like, if the energy's there, bro, I'll give it a shot. But like you said, we're in a city where, like, most people's energy isn't based on helping each other grow. It's only helping themselves grow.
Correct.
It's a lot of selfish people here. So to answer the question is, if there comes a female that I see that, you know, is ready to be with me and actually grow, then yes. But until then, I'm going to remain single. But this is the thing too. It's not like I'm single and mingling, bro. I'm chilling. Like, I'm just chilling. People ask me, I'm like, I'm chilling, bro. Because the thing is once you give out that energy for free, you let a whole bunch of other things come into your life that you don't know about, bro. So I tell everybody, if the energy isn't there, if there's no connection, just let it be. Because then you're forcing things into your life that you do not want to be a part of.
Facts.
That's all. For that question, that's pretty much my take, is stay single until you meet somebody who can match your energy. And if you're a man and you're giving out all this energy for free and she's not reciprocating any, that ain't the one.
Ladies, my man Steph is single. He's not ready to mingle, but he's ready to see your vibe, see what you're about. You feel me? Yeah. I think he's a man that would appreciate a girl that also has God in her life.
100%.
You feel me?
God and family and self-morals.
That's it.
That's
you,
it.
you heard it from the source. You feel me? That's it. We ain't asking for too much.
At all.
We ain't asking for too much, homie.
Not at all, you know? Last thing I want to say to the people, though, is chase your dreams, bro. Too many of us are staying in the crib watching other people make it and be successful. Just take that leap of faith. Hit up my guy if you need any type of, whether it's knowledge about cutting, knowledge about opening a business, knowledge about health. He's credible. Just take a leap of faith of doing anything, whether it's chasing your dream, chasing your goal, chasing fucking, it could be a job too, because we keep saying chase a dream. If your dream is just to have a well-paid job, then chase that too. Because I'm not knocking anybody that works. My mom works, you know, she doesn't work a lot now, but she still works. So do whatever you need to do to get you to the next step, and then use that stepping stool to get you to the next step. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in a month. It might not happen in a year. It might not happen in 10 years. But guess what? You can't fail if you never stop trying.
Big facts.
You know? Billionaire Barber, I appreciate you coming in here today, man. Talking to me, giving the people gems. And honestly, we might have to do a part 2 soon, because the way your life's moving, the way my life's moving, we might do the Untouched pod in a jet. Who knows, you know?
I was just about to say that.
Hey, man, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know what you would like us to do next, or who you would like us to do next. And peace out, man. It's your boy, Steph Untouched.
Billionaire. Let's get it.